Okay, we're here with Tim Johnk, head coach of Omaha Creighton Prep. Coach, you guys obviously didn't get to where you wanted to go last year, but still had some really good moments a year ago. Just talk about the season you guys had and the team now you return going forward.
I was really proud of our guys last year. I thought we had we started off, played West Side, who was number one, and ended up obviously winning the state championship. And we knew that was going to be a tough game. And we had a lot of new guys that were being implemented into our program at the varsity level. A lot of them have been JV guys. And so, we took our lumps in that game. But I think of the 28 years that I've been coaching, I think the team that I had last year probably improved the most from week to week through the playoffs. We had to endure some situations with the pandemic in terms of, we had a week where we lost a game. We had to come back in 2 days prep and play a good Lincoln Southeast team and had a shot to beat them, lost by 3 in Lincoln. And so from there on, I felt like we really played really good football and really got better. And again, we played a lot of young kids, but I like the team that we have back. We have a great deal of experience. Our seniors have been tremendous leaders. Our 2B seniors, our current sophomores and 2B juniors are very, very talented. And a lot of those kids played last year for us. And so we have a ton of experience coming back this next year. Really excited about our depth in the offensive line and our talent in there. I think our backfield at running back is very talented, and so those two areas will be a strength of our team on offense. Defensively, I think we have probably as good a secondary as we've had at prep since I've been there in terms of just depth and guys that understand our defense and leadership back there. So we're excited about where we're at.
Yeah, looking at some of these guys, Sam Sledge measured 6'5" today, 257. Yeah. And one of the few freshmen that's ever started at prep on varsity or played and had a great sophomore year. What do you like about Sam's development and how he continues to grow the last two seasons?
Well, Sam is, again, being 6'5" now, and that was always, I think his goal was always to hopefully get to a height like that, 6'5", and he's there as a sophomore. I think his potential is unlimited in terms of his athletic ability. He's long. To have a freshman play and start for us and letter at Creighton Prep is really unheard of. And so I think he has his last 2 years as he continues to grow and mature and get stronger. I think he'll have a just tremendous last 2 seasons here at Creighton Prep. He wrestled this year, and he qualified for the state wrestling tournament as a first guy that really hasn't wrestled in a number of years, for a long time. And so that development in wrestling and that hand-to-hand combat, I think, is going to help him a ton on the football field as well.
And just having more coaches be able to see him. I mean, you think about 2020 and what it's done for kids. I mean, no one's really seen Sam Sledge, especially at 6'5" now.
Yep.
I mean, how much will that help him to be seen?
Oh, I think it's tremendous for him. I know he last year he had some aspirations to go to camps and those kinds of things, and all those things went away. So for him to get out in front of the eyes of college recruiters and to see his name in the paper and to know that he's a state qualifier in wrestling, I think that's going to help him tremendously.
And then you've got a really talented running back, almost a 1,000-yard guy for you in Jack Stessman. What did you like about what he did for you as a junior?
Yeah, Jack tore his ACL as a sophomore. He started against North as a sophomore, tore his ACL in the first game of the year, first quarter. And so he lost his sophomore year. I never had a kid work harder coming back from an injury like that, like Jack did. He missed one game because of a concussion in this last year, but he brings a toughness and a downhill runner that I really like. And he really had again, the last half of his year was really good in terms of running the football and doing the things we needed to do in the running game for us.
And I know you brought a lot of other guys here, Coach. One that jumps out, and I don't know if he's done a lot for you on the varsity level yet, but Rocco came in at 6'5", 236 as a sophomore. Yep. I mean, what kind of upside does Rocco have for you?
Huge upside. I mean, here's a kid that he's always been long. He's really gotten bigger and stronger. His off season in the weight room has been tremendous. He's gained 30 pounds since the end of the football season. He doesn't turn 16 until, I believe, next August, the start of his junior year, so he's very young for his grade. So I think the sky's the limit for him. I think he's a kid that, again, he's been a tight end and a defensive end, but I think he's growing into more of an offensive tackle, offensive lineman at the college level.
And I'm just going to go through some of these guys, and I just want if you could give just a quick take on each kid that we can use here. Jarrett.
Jarrett started as a sophomore for us at tackle. We're going to probably move him inside, but he started as a sophomore in the offensive line. He and Sam did. Very talented kid, big, strong kid, very athletic. Had a great sophomore year for us as an offensive lineman. And you play in the Metro and you're starting as an offensive lineman. That's tough work. You know, you're going against the Habermans and those guys that are seniors. Those kids did a tremendous job. So really, really good year for Jarrett.
Then Michael Barrett.
Michael Barrett was our leading tackler at safety last year. Again, missed his sophomore year because he had a lower leg injury. Hard worker, probably our fastest kid on our football team, but not afraid to come downhill and tackle at the safety spot. Really good.
And then CharMar Brown.
Yep, Marty. They call him Marty. It's CharMar Brown. That's all right. No, they call him Marty. He's got a twin brother named Omar. We call him Joe. Shamar and Marty he's a great kid who's had a tremendous offseason. Looks like, I think, is going to have a great year for us. He's going to compete at that running back spot with Jack, and we'll have a great 1-2 punch right there with those guys because Marty is big, powerful, and brings a lot of athleticism to the running back spot for us.
Then Jack Kirkwood.
Jack Kirkwood, tight end, long snapper also. Really long, athletic kid that can run. He'll probably end up starting a middle linebacker for us too this year.
And then finally, John Pargo.
John Pargo, again, battled a little bit of an injury. We're going to move him to safety. Probably next to Jack Michael Barrett, one of the fastest kids on our team, one of the toughest kids on our team. Really brings an edge about, especially on the defensive side of the ball, in terms of what he brings to the table for us. But he's got tremendous potential. I don't think he's even scratched that potential yet.
Well, Coach, appreciate you coming down here today, and then best of luck here as you navigate through the offseason.
You bet. Appreciate you having our guys out, and you guys stay safe too.
Thanks, Coach.